swing. What a shit show. So sorry I'm late. Sorry about the jacked up intro. Uh, both of my wireless mouses are, I don't know, not working. It was a whole thing. I almost just scrapped it because nothing triggers the ever loving shit out of me more than technology malfunctioning, because it just does. It sends me immediately and I cuss. It was horrible. Anyway, we're here now. Hey, Simply Rose, Fat Llama, Suzanne the Swedish Yarny Hooker, Melly Linguipster, Ranch Dressing, and the chat. No word salad from Beglinda today. We're going to skip that for today. Just for today. We'll be back to it tomorrow. Don't you worry about it. Hey, Fartbox, Jenny Talia, Jay, Discarded Roses, Carrie, Tally 420. Tally 420, did you see that, what's her name? Forwick. Put respect on your name over on the Twitter. Did y'all know Forwick was doxxed and it's some girl who's been LARPing around on the Twitter? I don't know. I have to look into it. All I know is Forwick was doxxed. And they were like somebody like, I don't remember. Like just like really, it was really obvious, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't know. Hey, Lashes. Lasheth Jeans, Doobie Wonky, Discarded Roses, Hollow. Oh, you got the cocksucker one? Did you get your package, Tally? Did it arrive, or you're just saying what you got? I can't wait for you to get your package. Hey, DG, Ophelia, Kira. God, I hope May has seen these from DeeDee. Okay, so listen, we're just going to get right to it. Yes, Lisa Simpson, Forwick with her fake dog. Yes. I've had a busy morning and I meant to look into that a little further and then I just ran out of time. And then my mouse wasn't working. I switched them. Do you have any idea the difficulty in the task of swapping magic mice between two Mac products that are both connected via Bluetooth? It's a thing. It's on the truck. It's coming today. I'm so excited, Tally. I can't wait. Hey, there's Megan Fox. I just want to thank Megan Fox once again for being a good sport when old, who was that? Miss San. Misidentified her over in the support group. Thank you for being a good sport and being understanding about that. Oh, Discard Roses. Look, I don't see a whole lot on the Twitter neither. And every time I like throw my phone down in disgust and I'm like, Twitter's boring. Yeah, but it's like that's because we blocked everybody. I was like, oh, yeah, right. Of course. Lisa Sim says, it's my understanding the corgi she has been running around saying she has does not exist. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. I think I do a pretty good woof, woof. Kalari, oh, yes, I did see that you got your tumbler yesterday. I'm so glad you love it. Thank you for the super chat as well. Okay, so listen. I am not doing another 2-hour stream today. Okay, it's going to be short and sweet. I swear for God it is. So the whole May Anderson thing. Now listen, I don't want to hear nobody bitching in the chat. Because I'm coming in at such a late date and not really having followed along with it. It is what it is. Okay. When the whole thing happened, I was not interested at all. I did not, I was not interested in getting into that shit. The whole thing was weird and it just didn't interest me. So I didn't follow along. But then DeeDee drops these DMs yesterday, was it? Kimberlina, thank you so much for gifting one Shamrock membership. Riley Shine, congratulations. Shake the tree. Uh-oh. I got UV resin on that, and now my hand's sticky. Jesus. Hold on. Let me see this real quick. All right. Anyway. So, yeah. Okay. So, I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't want to know about it. I was just disgusted by the whole idea of it. Of course, I heard chatter here and there, and I know that there's court and all this shit. So it's my understanding, correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, it's my understanding Nader has court coming up soon, Nikki B, nice to see you. Maritz's live. Hello, Catacorn Mermaid, Linguipster. Wendy M, love not hate. First time making a live, welcome. Yesterday, Hot Wasabi, DeeDee. Well, I think it's okay, and that's the thing too. It's like these are the original. I feel like these are the original messages. Like this is not the first time we've seen these messages. Okay, Nikki P says I deep dived it at the time. There's a lot more than what's on the surface. Okay, DG says yes. Court is this month. Okay. Olga K, thank you so much for joining memberships. We do love our sham rocks. Hey, Bent Not Broken. Always nice to see you, Jen. Hi, Dale. Nice to see you as well. Maggie Liz, hello. No one you know. Look at everybody. I appreciate you all showing up every single day. Well, Alexis, DeeDee dropped DMs, but these are the same. Okay. Okay. DG saying Nodder doctored his messages. And I will tell you this. Yabo was like, you need to watch this, and then you need to go ask around and get the backstory on it. And I just did not have time to go ask around privately and in the DMs. We're just going to do it out here on the live stream. How's that? Hey, Camby. Okay, so DG says not our doctor does messages. So these very same messages that, what's her name? DeeDee made a video of, was it yesterday? These are doctored. Is that what you're telling me? Because if we are to look at just the video that DeeDee put out yesterday, it's like it tells a pretty solid story, in my opinion. He doctored them to show Chantel. Skyfields Jean says, girl, she's going to strike you. Who's going to strike me? DeeDee? If I show the message, okay, then I won't show the messages. I'll fucking read them. It's fine. I don't have to put them on the screen to still discuss with, the Shamrocks. Hasn't he had like a handful of continuances? Chantel did attempt to give Nodder an alibi, but I don't think his dumbass will get dragged into court. I thought he's already been dragged into court several times. Charlotte, thank you for the super chat. I don't know about dragging. I just want to look at these messages and kind of get to the bottom of this. That's okay. And that is it. I never know how to say your name. Silly. I don't know how to say your name. Tell me phonetically how to say your freaking name, please. Who releases DMs during a court case? And that's why I was like, what's going on here? I feel like I need to look at this video because I heard on the Twitter or somewhere that Nodder had court coming up real soon for this. So why on earth would anyone be putting anything on the internet, especially about a case so serious as this, right before court, bitch? And DG says, I think this is the final court date. Right. Like this is like the trial. Thank you so much, Lashith Jean, for gifting 5 Shamrocks membership. Shake the Tree, Brandy C, Susie, Ronnie D, Mel B, and is that it? Did I miss one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, IKB. Shake 'em, shake 'em, shake 'em. Thank you. Okay, Nikki. Oh, shit. Sorry. It's not going to go in there. Oh, that's why it's got stuff on it. Nikki P says, I know the police advised May not to press charges when she went to them with the stuff. May's daughter came online calling her mom out. May had a fundraiser and a troll got to May too. What? May's daughter came online and called her out? There's loads of BS on both sides, and I'm glad a court will be deciding. I just don't. Okay, so maybe this is, it's too far gone. Right before court, bitch. Right, Alexis? That's so crazy. Because listen, I'm going to tell you right now. If you are to believe the video that DeeDee put out yesterday, it all seems very, very simple. For real. Like, it seems like May's daughter said she was a nutter. Well, listen, I don't need to hear from May's daughter to come to the conclusion that May's a nutter. Coming from someone who, please. Oh, I dropped that. Coming from someone, please trust me when I tell you, I have not followed any of this May Anderson nonsense, like none of it. So I am about as impartial a jury as one could hope to get right now. Like for real. Also, I give no fucks about Nodder or DeeDee. I give no fucks about Chantel. I give no fucks about May Anderson. I give no fucks about any of them. So, whatever the case may be, let's hear it. Skyfierce Jean says, was there a grape kit taken? Yes, I don't know these things. DG says, I remember that he doctored these to show Chantel. Okay, well, DG, you remember this, but like, was it proven? How was it proven? Do you recall? Okay, so if you look just at these messages in the video that DeeDee put out, it seems very simple in explanation that May is a nutter. She's also old. Okay, like 60 something years in her 60s, right? She looks like a nutter. Like there's a short video, like just a 2-second video, I guess, from the airport selfie style that May took and sent to Nutter. You can tell just from that little short little video clip of her in the airport that she's old AF and she's a nutter. Nutter is trash and so is DeeDee. I don't disagree with that at all, Lindsay. Thank you. May is nuts for going to see a stranger, and Chantal is disgusting for being willing to defend him without knowing. Yes, all of these things are true. Okay, so DG says it was not proven, sure, but I remember May has different messages. Okay. And May did do the okay. I mean, okay. But okay, just because there was a test kit thing performed, we don't necessarily know what the forensic outcome of that was, right? Tally says, I think Nutter tapped her ass, was rough as per his MO, and then was offended when he ghosted her. Okay, but okay, listen. The messages as they're shown in the DeeDee video, it reads like this, that she approached Nutter online. They clearly had conversations back and forth about meeting up for more than likely casual sex, right? Let's just call it what it is, I guess. DeeDee, it sounds like she hopped a plane almost immediately once once Nodder gave her the green light. Paid like $3,000 for airfare, touchdown in Ottawa. And there's a message where before she leaves California, and it's like, this is like her final, like, are you sure you're down for this? She's like, she says something to the effect of, this isn't going to be a wasted trip, right? And Nodder confirms. He's like, no, like, let's go. Let's do it. We'll do this. Hey, Honey West, nice to see you. And then she gets there to Ottawa, flies to Ottawa, which I guess, by the way, also, Nodder was in Gatineau. So she flies to Ottawa. And then it seems like that's as far as May planned, was just, do you want to have casual sex? I'll fly to Canada. I can be there by 7 p.m. tomorrow. Are you sure you want to stick your thing in me? He says yes, like confirms, like, yep, and it's not going to be a wasted trip. We'll do this. I'll stick my thing in you. She hops the plane to Ottawa. How long of a flight is it from California to Ottawa? I have to know as well. $3,000 and what, like a 6-7 hour flight? I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know. Anyway, touches down in Ottawa. She said she came there for cooking. No. See, now May is also a liar. DG, if that's what May's saying the whole thing was about, was to come there for his cooking, she's a fucking liar. I can tell from the messages I've seen just over there on DeeDee's channel. I think it is more than obvious that it was a let's hook up. I heard you're a freaky deek in the bedroom. I heard you have a big hard one, and I want you to use it on me. That's what I understood for those messages. I swear. I swear that's what it sounded like. She thought she was going to be staying at the trap and being on streams, I think, hence no accommodation. 7 to 8 hour flight, depending on, okay, that's what I figured. Okay, so yeah, let's say 7 to 8 hour flight. So she flies to Ottawa. Meanwhile, Notter's in Gatineau. Notter don't have a car, no way to go pick her up from the airport. That's where I thought the messages just started getting weird. It's like, you flew all the way from California to Ottawa, and then you had no plan for what was going to happen from there. Like, did you guys not discuss, okay, I land in Ottawa at 7 p.m. You're in Gatineau and don't have a car. So where are we going to meet? Where am I going to stay? How am I going to get there? Which seems really odd, the whole thing, right? Which would, kind of cast suspicion just on the whole situation as a whole. But don't forget, she's not all there. Like, you could just look at her and tell, Sammy Activity, thank you so much for joining memberships. Welcome to Forever a Basic Betty. I mean, I don't know. I guess D, strike me if you must. I don't know, but I want to look at these messages. Oh, of course, they're not there anymore. Are you fucking kidding me? I forgot I had to restart my computer. Hold, please. Ridiculous. Nope, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Lord have mercy. Where is it? Here it is. I mean, she says everyone in the community should watch this, so why wouldn't she want people to share it and look at it and read every word, Mystique says dick to puss. Oh, discarded roses. All right. Well, it's a good thing we're going to watch this then, huh? All right. Perfect. It's working out for everybody. I love that. All right. Let me share screen. DeeDee, don't fucking strike me, dude. Like, I'm totally trying to give your little video its due diligence. The 1 degree of separation is Chantel, Pete's, Roman, DLF, Karate Joe. I don't know who that is. I didn't totally follow. Melly, there's no way it's $400 round trip for the cheapest flight from California to Ottawa. I don't believe that. And if you're going to be flying out like next day, no, I totally believe that flight could be $3,000 round trip. If go right now, 12:30 p.m. on a Thursday and try to book for tomorrow, round trip. I think she flew out of LAX because one of the messages says LAX. So LAX to Ottawa, 400 round trip. I'm sorry, I cannot get behind that, Melly. And that doesn't necessarily mean that those were the rates then neither, I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so well, Melly, I'm just going to take your word for it. She lives in LA. Yes, I know who Karate Joe was. Anyway, maybe if you get one of those discount airlines, like the one that lost its door mid-flight. What day did she fly out? It's a huge price difference too. Yeah, totally. Okay, well, I think she flew on the 17th. I think. We'll see. Okay, so whatever.
This
Messages.
slide is to show that
I
Brenda
really
May
don't
Anderson.
like DeeDee's voice. I'm just gonna mute her. We don't need DeeDee's narration. So May says, "Forgive me. I have not used Facebook for a very long time and never Messenger. But morning from LA, you can just tell by these messages that May Anderson ain't right in the head." So he says, "It's okay. Good morning." She says, "You're amazing as a chef and a person." He says, "You make my day." She says, "Oh, thanks. I'm glad it did. I honestly love your videos." Google says round trip from 359. Okay, well, whatever. That's insane. He says, "Don't make me shy." And then there's a video call. And then there's a video chat. All still on October 12th. Then she sends him this ridiculous song, 21 Pilots Car Radio. She says current mood. Okay, well, this is also back in 2021, so let's just move on. It's fine. I appreciate your efforts. She says current mood. Now the next day, October 13th. Okay, well, it's like late at night. It's like midnight, right? He says sorry about that. She says it's all good. I wonder what that was about. Is it because he ghosted her? Because this was like 10:38. So they had these video calls around 2 in the afternoon. Then she sends this song at 10:38, says current mood. He doesn't reply for almost 2 hours. And the response is sorry about that. I don't know. This seems suspect, but when you delete messages, it says it. So, geez, Samtastic. That's crazy. All right. Well, anyway, he says sorry about that at midnight. She says all good. Now, there's nothing. So then he doesn't respond to her again until 10:30. He probably went to bed. He gives a thumbs up. She's delighted. Well, hello. He says hi. She says, do you mind if show you something beautiful? And no, it's not of me. All right. So it's like around 10:30, 11. She waited for him to answer, I think, maybe. And then he didn't answer. So then she sent it. I don't know. Yeah. At 11:23 a.m. And looks like it's a 25-second video of the ocean. He does not answer for almost 2 hours, and it's a thumbs up. She answers about 20 minutes later, says, I think it says, hope that put a smile on your and start the day. Thumbs up. Okay, symbol. It's my favorite place to be, so calming. Smiley face on your face. Wow. Okay. See, I mean, there's signs here, you know. This is an American woman. English is her first language. These are the messages she's typing, you know. Hold on. Beatrix says DeeDee is just as dangerous and sneaky as Chantel and Nodder. I agree with that. She's a predator too, in your opinion? I mean, I don't know about predator, but I don't know. Just Jamie says she didn't do a screen recording, so there's stuff missing. Well, I mean, I feel like you can see enough of the like next page to see that there's no breaks. I mean, I don't know. He says how there's nothing. There's a video chat for 23 minutes. Okay, so that's the 13th at 10:40 p.m. There's the video chat. Nothing on the 14th. Nothing on the 14th. Nothing until the 15th at 2:43. So, are you going to carve a pumpkin on your next video? He waits over an hour to respond. No. She waits about almost an hour to respond. Okay, dot, 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 dot. Sorry. 2 hours later, he says, no problem. Like, what is this? Okay. So there it is. See, that's the same message. So it says, no problem. 5 minutes later, there's a 9-minute video chat. That's at 7:05 p.m. 9-minute video chat. The next thing May says is, I can be in Ottawa by 8 p.m. tomorrow. Yes or no? DG says May is a bit whack, but I believe her. No is no. Listen, I've not heard from May directly, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm just discussing this video of these messages and what's presented by DeeDee, really. I'm not trying to solve this case. I'm not trying to credit or discredit anybody's story. I am merely, and I just want to make this very clear, I'm just analyzing what DeeDee has put out on her YouTube channel ahead of Nodder's trial, which just blows my mind. Megan Fox says, I suppose the thing that initially rang my icky bell was the whole I was raped video. Very opposite of cool on so many effing levels. Okay. May put out a number of videos that are now deleted after this. Okay. No, I know she did some videos. Again, I just want to go by, I'm just analyzing what DeeDee has put out ahead of Nodder's trial. Okay. So there's the video chat, and then That same night, she says, I can be out in Ottawa by 8 p.m. tomorrow, yes or no. He says, if you like to. Look, he got back to her pretty damn quick, only made her wait 22 minutes, which is almost like an instant reply in nodder time, I think, don't you? That was pretty impressive. So he says, if you like to. She says, I would. He says, okay. She says, then what's the plan? Like, you're the one who's saying I could be in Ottawa by 8 o'clock tomorrow, yes or no? Shouldn't you be the one with the plan? But she is a nutter, so. Okay, so what's the plan? And then the video chat, is that like almost immediately? 10:15, October 15th at 10:21. Yeah, all of a sudden it looks like Nodder's definitely interested because by 10:26 it's a video chat. His phone must have died because she's like, "Did you hang up on me?" "No, I changed my phone." "Okay, thumbs up." And then here she is. This is in the immediate time and context of them talking about May coming to Ottawa tomorrow by 8. This won't be wasted trip, right? I just don't believe that all she's talking about is having Nodder cook for her if that's her story. I went to Canada for Nodder to cook for me. That was very clear. No. Is that her story? I mean, based on what I'm seeing here, all signs are not pointing to that. It's important that predators often prey on mentally unstable people because their behavior makes it harder for people to believe them. That's true, Claudio Beachball. I'll give you that. Hey, Moonchild Pink. Nikki P says she deletes everything when she posts discarded roses. There's a channel called Everyday Treasures that were quick on the draw and managed to get most of her streams. Oh, Nikki P, could you link that? There's no way she thinks this would be a relationship. Right. If all that's happening is some cooking, how would it be wasted? Other than him ghosting her altogether, I guess. Yes, true. Nikki P says she had no accommodation, so she planned she would be staying with him. All right. Which, I mean, it says, what's the plan? Okay, let's just take this at face value and say there's nothing been deleted and they're not communicating anywhere else either. We can see the chain of events. She says, then what's the plan? They only talked on video chat for a minute. And I don't see anywhere else in messages after where there was discussion about, okay, I'm going to come stay with you for a couple of days. You're going to cook for me. We'll do live streams together and then I'll fly home. She clearly wants to see him and she's being cool. I think she wants to make sure he doesn't ghost her. All right. This won't be a wasted trip, right? No. Then she says, all righty. Come on, keep going. Okay. All righty. See you tomorrow, question mark. He says, okay. She says, so what the hell do I do to get in touch with you, etc.? He says here. I mean, he's literally like one word answers. Anyway, here. She says messenger. He says yes. DeeDee admitted they saw each other and it happened on the 18th, not the 17th. Well, but I think in this video, DeeDee says that May's claim is that it happened on the 17th, which if that's what May says happened or when she says it happened, wouldn't that also be, like what the police are saying? Like, surely if Nodder's been charged, there is a date of the offense, like officially in court. Does anyone know like what the official date of this offense is as far as the police and the courts are concerned? Well, she didn't have accommodations, Fanny, when she got on that plane. And you'll see that in these messages. There's quite a bit of conversation after she gets to the airport in Ottawa and the plane lands as to what am I supposed to do now? Where am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to just get a hotel? So she did not have accommodations arranged before she got on the plane and landed, according to this. He video calls, nothing can be proved what he said. Okay. So yeah, there's quite a few video calls then. October 15th video chat, October 6th. So then the next day would be the day that she's flying, as you can see. So 10:55 a.m. there's a video chat, and it looks like this is incoming. Does that mean it's incoming to him? I don't know. Anyway, video chat at 10:55 a.m. the day she's traveling. Another video chat at 1:53 p.m. the day she's traveling. At 2:08 p.m., she says, "Damn, this place, LAX, is hella mess." So she must be at the airport, LAX, October 16th, 2:00 p.m. I think I remember she stayed overnight in the airport, but not sure. I mean, I'm not saying, Rena, that I believe anything DeeDee says. I do believe DeeDee's a liar and messed up for sure. What did Just Jamie say? Hold on. Okay, the 18th is the day Chantel was live all day and said they were together. Okay. May could just be upset that he left her at the airport, but then still went to meet him. DeeDee trying to say that means the alleged incident took place the 17th and then she still met him the day after. Is that what she's saying? Okay, hold on. So she's definitely traveling on the 16th. There's a missed video call after this message. Looks like she tried to message him. Then she unsent a message. We'll never know what that says, but look at the video that she sends him. This is from the airport. Look, you can tell she's in the airport. Now, there were video messages prior to this, prior to her going to the airport and taking a flight. So, I don't know. Like the way this is edited, it seems not edited, but like the way this is being presented in this particular video, it seems like DeeDee wants us to believe that like this would be the first time Nodder saw her, maybe. I don't know. But there was definitely video calls and video chats before this. But anyway, now everybody knows exactly what it is May looked like as she was traveling to Ottawa to meet, what's his name? Nodder. Megan Fox says, disturbing. Yeah, I agree. I think both Nodder and May are lying. I think May was trying to set Nodder up, but he didn't bite. Nikki P, that's kind of what this video led me to believe. But again, this is really all I know of it. I cannot stress enough that I never really followed along with anything else. I don't believe that he saw her for sure before. Before what? Oh, you don't believe that he saw her like in the video calls or anything, DG? You think? Do you think she wasn't appearing on camera for video calls? And that this was like the first reveal? Like, I'm at the airport, I'm at LAX. This is what I look like? I don't know. Ms. Robin says, I think the bottom line is if she said no at any point, then no means no. I mean, of course, I agree with that as well. Kalari says, this is a tough situation for me to weigh in on, so I'm just listening. I don't trust any of the parties involved right now. I can appreciate that. Look, I don't know any of these people. I think they're all fucking nuts. I think they're all very well probably lying. I'm just saying, if we can go by nothing but what's being presented in DeeDee's video that she, for some reason, felt it was a good idea to release onto YouTube days ahead of Nodder's trial, what's the conclusion we can come to based on only this video? Because that's what she wants us to do, I'm sure. That's what DeeDee wants us to do with this video, is look at this. This is all you need to see and know. This tells the whole story, and this is the truth of it. I really think that that's why she's doing this. I don't know. Hey, Yamano Zami. I think the motive is she's batshit crazy and wanted the attention. If that's not a possibility to people, I don't know what to say. Look at everything she's pulled. Nikki P, I think that's a great point. I think it's definitely a possibility. This should at least be in the back of your mind. DG says after seeing the Sam's Bar Lounge tapes, I believe May. I totally I mean I watched I think most of the Sam's Bar Lounge tapes for sure. All right, let's keep watching though. Lisa says I would have deleted that selfie and tried again. All right, so then here we are. It's still the 16th travel day. She says finally. I think that's her finally boarding. I don't know what he means by I, he. May unsent a message. He said question mark. She says just being silly. He says Layla who? Okay, does Eddie, before I speak what I was thinking about, because again, don't know. I've never seen any of this shit before. When I got to the Layla who part, I tapped back and I was like, where did I miss about Layla? Does anybody know what this what he means by Layla who? The women that tried to go after him to get with him are all disturbed. P-Day, I would agree with that as well. Mystique says DeeDee is an evil snake, just as bad or worse than all of them. I don't disagree with that. Beatrix says, I wish it would just end. It's been going on too long. This community has been through enough. Like, I'm not invested in any of these people or players or the storyline. And honestly, I would not have entertained even watching this if I hadn't just a couple days ago heard that the trial was soon. It's been in his Zoom court trials you've been in his Zoom court trials the last few times. You have to just ask for an invite for the trial and they send you a login. Okay, so that's what I was thinking. And with her answering, saying just being silly, and he says Layla who, then she unsends another message. I think Layla is like her, like she was referring to herself as Layla, like her role playing, persona. This is what made me think that. I know, Lisa. I know. Yeah. I got her alter ego. And she said something really cringy. Hold on. I already drew some eyes. Riley Shine says, don't tell me Layla is her puss. I don't know. Anyway, he says Layla who. She unsends another message, and then she sends another little video from the airport, does she? Ew, Scissor Sister said Layla the liquor. Oh, so this is an update. She says in Toronto, hell. So she's in Toronto. Is this like 8? Is this the time? Like, so that would be 8:24 for this. Then the next time is like 2 hours later, the next message. And okay, no, I think that this isn't Toronto. This is Ottawa. Okay, fine. I'm here. Now, what is the time lab? Right there. I was like, wow, what is it? What the fuck is a time lab? Yes, Megan Fox, she gets stranded at the airport. Okay, so here she is. She's been traveling all day. It's 10:30 at night. She's finally in the Ottawa airport, surrounded by other travelers. Notice they're all wearing masks. It's 2021. People were still masking at the time. So 10:28 p.m. She says, I'm here. Now, what's the time lab? You guys want to hear something crazy? Remember was it yesterday when I was going through my notebook and like I looked at three pages in a row and all 3 dates was like one of my kids' birthdays or whatever. Well, October 16th is another one of my kids' birthdays. The 17th is one of my grandkids. The 18th is mine. It's just so crazy. Anyway. So 10:28, I'm here. What's the time lab? Half an hour later, 11:01, no response from Nodder. She's having trouble getting Wi-Fi. Says finally could get to you. There's no effing Wi-Fi around here. That's 11:01. No response until an hour and a half later. 12:31 a.m. on the 17th. He says, "When you coming?" This is the middle of the night, and this elderly woman has been traveling all day from California. I think she expected him to Uber to her and go to his place, but he was with Chantal. Mhm. So, yeah, she's been traveling all day. This elderly woman, she is in the Ottawa, Canada airport. She has made no plans beyond touchdown. He says, "When you coming?" She says, "I'm sitting in Ottawa airport waiting for what to do next." 22 minutes later, he sends a thumbs up. Oh, Dr. Kiki says it says 69 on the wall in the airport behind her head. Good catch. Hold on, let's go back. Oh my God. Tally 420, your box is here. You love it all so much. The Tally badge is next level. Do you love it? Your personalized tumbler and badge makes you excited to go to work. Love your Yava so much. Wax melt smell fantastic. T-shirt is so cool. I'm so glad you love it all. That the T-shirt, the tumbler, and the badge thing I made like 6 months ago. I'm so sorry. I suck so bad. I kept telling Tally, I was like, I don't want to send your package yet because I wanted to make more shit to go with it. But I suck so bad, man. I'm horrible. It's a personality flaw. Thank you for the super chat. Lissy, thank you for gifting 5 Shamrocks memberships. Shake them out of the tree. Shake them, shake them, shake them. PMG, Fanny, Beatrix, Rebecca Loves, and Lori. Shake them, shake them, shake them. It was worth the wait. Good. I'm glad. I was going to send more, but again, I ran out of time and I suck so bad. So sorry. But I'm glad you love it. You should take pictures of the tumbler and the badge thing. Oh no, wait, don't take a picture of the badge thing. Don't do that. Never mind. Don't do that. Even the Indiana dust excites you. All right, so yeah, good catch. Who caught that? Dr. Kiki. Excellent catch. I love that. Are you gonna take a picture of the badge thing, just cover that one part up, so no one can see it. Anyway, I made those very early in my crafting days, I'll have you know. I've come a long way since then. It sure is. Look at that. 69. All right, let's keep it pushing. I am so glad you got your package. Okay, sorry. I'm laughing at a text message. Okay, here we go. She sends that. I think she sent something really cringe, and I think Layla's probably her puss. She says she's in Toronto hell, then she's in Ottawa. He's not responding. He says, "When you coming?" at midnight 30. She says, "I'm sitting in the airport waiting on what to do next." He leaves her sitting there for 30 minutes, sends her a thumbs up. She's like, so do you want me to come to your place or get a hotel room, sleep in a tent? They're about to kick me out of the airport," she says. And let's see. So that has to be like at 12:53. He sends the thumbs up. There's no new timestamp. She must have responded to that immediately after. In court, we'll get facts and receipts, and then we can really sort through the lies. That's true, Nikki P. So, Nikki P, is the trial also going to be on Zoom and we can just request a link and we can watch it? Do you think? She gets a hotel room. No one's saying she didn't. We just haven't got there yet. Okay. So she says, what do you want me to do? This is 1:00 in the morning. She's been traveling all day from California. Okay. We can at least all agree on that, maybe? I agree, Dr. Kiki. I would watch the hell out of that. Nikki says yes, it should be on Zoom and he should be in person. Do they have any restriction on rebroadcasting like they do in the United States? Do you know, Nikki P? Yes, Lindsay. Also, the cops will have all the messages if they preserve the data. Surely they did. It was before, and hopefully it'll be in English because of May. Yeah, it should be. Per Canada law, you can watch but not tape or live stream. Well, that sucks. That's okay. We'll just give a play. I'll be happy to give you all play by play as I watch. I can't imagine being in French if May doesn't speak the language. I don't know. I think FFG is keeping an eye on when the trial is. I'm sure she is. Trust and believe Nikki P is as well. That's what I think too, Miss Robbins. But you never know, because let me tell you what. I have seen felony trials proceed with not only zero evidence, but a mountain of evidence proving that the charges are bullshit and don't apply, and the thing never happened. And I've seen it go all the way through to trial and conviction, like with my own eyes, stunned. So, no, Yamano Zombie, we'll do a play by play right here live. I just can't show you all what I'm seeing and hearing, and it's fine. Last court date was a lot of English. All the ones before were French. All right. All right. So anyway, so he says, when you coming? She says, I'm in the airport waiting. 1:00 in the morning, he gives a thumbs up. She responds, do you want me to come to your place or get a hotel room or sleep in a tent? Because they're about to kick me out of the airport. It's 1:00 in the morning and I'm loitering. He never responded. And there's not removed messages because it'll say if messages were removed. So he ghosts her. 8:00 a.m. She sends a bunch of question marks like, what the fuck? So she must have sat there, been ghosted, got real good and mad, went and found her a hotel room, probably got herself some sleep, wakes up at 8:00 and is like, what the fuck? Question marks. And then he still don't respond. So thumbs up. Then she says, so what's the deal? Oh, she didn't get a hotel room yet? She says slept in the airport all night because of no hotel rooms and you never responded back. So she definitely didn't see him the night of the 16th into the 17th. This asshole responds, are you in Gatineau? 9:00 a.m. She says, no, Ottawa. I agree, Miss Robbins. That should have been her first red flag. Lindsay says it was at this point that a level-headed person would have gone home. Oh, I agree, Lindsay. I would not have slept in the airport all night. I mean, unless there truly was no rooms, but you bet your ass I would have. And she does. She gets a room the next day. So look, it says no, Ottawa. They both unsend messages. I'm not really sure, what happened there. Then she says, no, the Ottawa airport can't check into a hotel until 4 p.m. He says, okay. She says, so let you know where I'm at 4 p.m. He says, I will call you soon. She says, cool. I mean, yeah, there's unsent messages, but like, as far as the ones we can still see on the morning of October 17th, they have not met yet. She's getting a hotel. She's going to check in at 4 and they'll get back in touch with each other. DG says yes, but May is anything but level-headed. I agree with that for sure. Lisa says not to defend Nodder, but she basically invited herself and went there without any arrangements. Doesn't seem like it was really his responsibility to make her accommodations. I agree with that as well, Lisa. Sorry. I know, Lydia, right? I'm not flying anywhere without a hotel room booked. The fuck, especially if I'm landing at 11:30 midnight in another country. The fuck? Lindsay says this is him working around Foodie's ass. It's pretty clear May isn't level-headed, doesn't make her less of a victim, allegedly. Well, no. All right, so She says cool, and here we are at 1:30 PM, same day, and there's no voice messages, there's no deleted messages in between. She says, "I am here," and there's the hotel. I don't know what he said. He unsent it, and she said, "Yep." I don't know what that means. Then same day, 4:13 PM, Nodder unsends a message. 6:40 video call. 6:57 video, 14 minutes. She says, "Can you bring any food? Haven't eaten in 2 days." So this would tell me that at least as of 7 PM, October 17th, they've not yet seen each other, but she's not expecting him again. She is expecting him again. What did Claudio say? Oh, okay. I already read that. We don't know what was said during the calls and video chats. People like Nodder know not to say much in messages because it's proof. I agree. But as far as I'm concerned, at least what we're establishing here is that as of 7 PM on October 17th, it's clear they have not yet seen each other in person, but May is still expecting him, or she's expecting him again. Yeah, she says, "Can you bring any food? Haven't eaten in 2 days." Well, whose fault is that? Like, I don't understand. I would have got me a snack at least. I'm just saying, can you bring food? And and that's another thing. Like this kind of discredits any story that she tried to say about the whole trip was supposed to be about, him cooking for me as a chef. Because if she's saying, "Can you bring any food?" that tells me there was no discussion in any of these prior messages or voice messages or whatever, voice conversations, audio calls of arrangements for him to be cooking for her. This is more like I'm glad we finally nailed down that you're coming here. I haven't eaten in 2 days. Can you bring me some food? Not, I finally arrived for the trip of a lifetime for this world famous chef to cook for me. You know what I mean? No, it doesn't make sense. Very good says a level headed person wouldn't have flown to him. I'm not saying May isn't a victim, but she strikes me as someone who shouldn't be getting on planes alone. I agree. Thank you for the super chat. Lindsay said she had money for a ticket, but not fucking food or a hotel. Yeah, I know. I'm not so sure that she didn't have the money. I don't know. Because she didn't say I didn't have a hotel room because I couldn't afford one. She said there was none available. And she did get a hotel room the next day. May arranged this after months of Chantal saying he was abusive on and off. That's true, Nikki P. Oh, you posted a picture on Twitter? Let me go see. Oh my God, it's so cute. Here. Thank you so much for the merch. Cannot tell you how much I love it. Tumblers and wax melts are fantastic. Delivery time was so fast. Impressive. Customer for life. Oh, look at that. We're all fat here. Support group member t-shirt. It's too big. I sent her one size too big. Oh, these are my two favorite wax melts, by the way. Skinny from the back and sham. That's a decal you can put on your car, by the way. Tally. That's a car decal. Uh-huh. And your tumblers and your little badge and your keychains. Oh, they're so cute. I'm so glad you love it. All right, where were we? Hold on. Let me find my place again. Okay. Yeah, when Ozami, I have that tumbler on my merch store. And matter of fact, here, I will link my merch store in the chat. Oh my God. Oh yeah, I do have it. It's this one. Tally, I'm so glad you love it. And I hope your daughter loves the tumbler. She wanted in on the live streams. I mean, flying all the way to Canada. That's just crazy. Lindsay says, just remember, we can support victims, but still seek justice and ask questions. I listen, like I said, I don't know. I don't even know what the woman's story is. I don't. I'm just going by if if this is the evidence that's put in front of me and this is all I have to go off of, this is the message that DeeDee put out there publicly ahead of trial. So this is what I'm going to analyze. You know what I mean? And I mean, if there was a video from, and there probably was at one time a video from May's side, I'd have looked at that too. I understand they've been deleted. Well, my ex new girlfriend didn't believe me when I told her he was abusive either. And she eventually, oh, your ex's new girlfriend. Got it. She eventually learned the truth herself, still a victim. I agree with that. Okay, so yes. So she says, "Can you bring any food? Haven't eaten in 2 days." Okay, so it seems like she's expecting him. And here she even says, leftover Chef Nodder food. Again, so if, and I don't know because I didn't hear with my own ears, but in the chat, you guys were telling me that I guess at one point her story was that she was interested in going there so he could cook for her. This doesn't back that up. These messages just kind of sound like, "I'm hungry. If you have any leftovers, can you bring them with you?" Megan Fox says, "I once thought a train trip could be fun. Fuck a train." Megan Fox, me and Yabi used to watch those YouTube videos where people would take like a sleeper train cross country and like rate it and review it and stuff. And I always thought that would be so much fun. So are you telling me that it is indeed not fun? We are discussing it just like a jury will. It's a very odd and it's confusing. Yeah, I agree. And the jury, if this goes to trial and goes to jury, this is exactly what a jury will do. They'll go over all the messages, word for word, make note of times and dates and all that. Yeah, totally. Nikki says, "Not defending Nodder. As this was all going down, I looked at everything, all the court, all May's deleted streams. I've even talked to May back and forth in the comments, warned her she was being messed with." Okay, so Nikki P, as somebody who says you've pretty much watched it all and as it was happening, what is your opinion on this? If you don't mind sharing it, if you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to. We would totally understand. Hey, Busted Can of Biscuits. Busted Can of Biscuits says, "I love Amtrak." Megan Fox is not fucking fun at all. Did you have one of those sleeper rooms? Okay, so let me bot back because that was around 7:00 p.m. on October 17th. It looks like she's expecting him after a 14-minute video call. She says, "Can you bring food? I'm hungry." So 7 p.m. October 17th. No answer, no deleted message, no further voice chats or voice calls. Nikki says, "My opinion is I think she set him up, but I think he may have bit." Okay, nothing else said. So then I guess she fumed all night long. Hopefully she got something to eat. And then the next day, October 18th, 10:49 a.m., she is honked the fuck off. "You are a pathological liar. You use people for what you need. You're entitled, arrogant, conceited, and heartless. I knew I was taking a chance by coming out here. My bad. But you say one thing, then do another without a second thought about the other person. You never called last night. And I knew you had no intention of calling." Hold on. Where is that? "You had no intention of calling and hanging out today. You're emotionless unless, period. You're a mother effing person, and I was stupid to fall for it. And this isn't just about last night's cold rejection on me." Okay, cold rejection. He didn't come over. This is what I'm getting. No, because she's saying that he never came last night, which would have been the 17th. The airport was the night of the 16th. Goodbye, Kyle, I believe. Because I don't think he was supposed to come to the airport. But once she got to the hotel and they spoke after she got to the hotel, it sounded like she was expecting him to come to the hotel and bring food. I think this was all about her abandoning her on the 17th, but then I think he made time for her on the 18th and she still had him over after cussing him out. Oh, I think that might be right. I think I could see that. Okay. She says, "You are who you are. Do what you want. Cruelty." Oh wait, no. It covers everything about you. And then she says, "You twist the narrative to suit you, and try to con the person that they're confused. You knew the deal, and it didn't meet your standards. Fuck off. You're not a decent person at all. Don't even give a fuck." This is the part where I was like, "Oh." Is that what happened? So she says, "You knew the deal and it didn't meet your standards." And I was like, I smacked Yaba in the arm. I was like, "Oh my God." They were setting up like a booty call. She was supposed to fly from California to Canada to get her butter whipped by Nodder, the stallion. And when he saw that video of her in the airport and it was, obvious she was this old lady and a nutter, he ghosted her. Just Jamie says he ended up going that day, the 18th, and DeeDee said he only saw her for 15 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So I think it's totally possible that he went on the 18th after she cussed him out and threw a big fat fucking fit. He was probably like, "Listen, old lady, you want it? I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to whip your butter and whip." Who's flying across the country for dick? Who's flying to another country? Another country for dick. Do better, get local dick. DG says he didn't ghost her, he went. Well, I think he ghosted her on the night of the 17th and went on the 18th. That sounds reasonable to me. I'm not saying he didn't go, not at all. I really do think, and that's what everybody's been saying in the chat really the whole time too, is that they're both lying. Oh God, thank God Lisa Manning's here. She'll set us all straight. Hey Manning. Butter everywhere. You guys don't use the term getting your butter whipped. Listen. You are not going to tell me that none of you have ever heard the term before, getting your butter whipped. You guys don't use that? Very good says no, but I'm stealing it. Chantel at the end sends him a message on the 18th saying she wanted the night off from Nodder. So obviously that's when Nodder went to see May. Oh, Nikki P, I bet you're right. So how far is Gatineau to Ottawa? Lisa Manning, you've never heard that? Kalari says not till today. Bullshit that nobody has ever heard that. Getting butter whipped. Bullshit. Lash at the Gene says, "I swear for God, I've never heard it." I did not make that up. Yamano Zombie's like, "I've heard it. I've never used it." Okay, well, whatever. That is not some Florida shit. I'll tell you where I first heard that term used, getting your butter whipped. My kid's dad's godmother, this woman named Betty Shelton. That's where I heard it. Swear to God. Sounds Midwestern. Well, she was Midwestern. Betty Shelton, God rest her soul. I've heard butter churned. The action is more appropriate. Not according to what we're supposed to believe happened in that hotel room with Nodder. I would say the butter got whipped. Sperm everywhere. Thank you, Shelly Ray. Okay, anyway, whatever. I'm really hung up on this part. You knew the deal and it didn't meet your standards. I think that she figures that's why she got ghosted on the 17th. Don't blame some poor woman for this. I swear to God, Betty Shelton used to say that shit all the time. Because she used to, Betty Shelton, she used to gossip about everyone in the neighborhood and 2 doors down. So it was Miss Shelton, her house, and then my kid's dad's childhood home. And then on the other side of that was this woman, Teresa. I'm not going to say her last name because that family is pretty well known up there. And I just don't want to say it. But anyway, she used to talk a whole lot of shit on Teresa because Teresa was married. Her husband's name was Kevin. But Teresa was a hoe. And she used to always talk about how she would watch out that damn window. And anytime Teresa left that house, she'd say she was going to get her butter whipped. Betty had her butter whipped. I'm sure she did. God. Anyway, whatever. Poor Teresa. She'd be like, That's how she'd say it too. The heifer going to get her butter whipped. To be sure, I'm sure she was. Okay. So anyway, May cusses Nodder out real good the morning of the 18th. Got all these audio calls, video calls, audio call, video call. May unsending a message. Like whatever the hell went down on the October the 18th of 2021, it is highly, highly suspect. Everything that wasn't an audio or video call was deleted. Okay, so the last audio call on the 18th was at 6:46 p.m. Then the next message is from May to Nodder the next day around, we'll just call it 1 p.m. Yes, Lasheth Jean, she most certainly was. All right, so I would say that just judging by just this, that we can see, I would say, yeah, I'd find it believable since there was no communication that we can see between the two of them online after like 7:00 p.m. the 18th. Between 7 p.m. on the 18th and 1 p.m. the next day on the 19th, it looks like there was no communication online. We don't know what that message says because May deleted it. And there was nothing further. Oh, wait, no. Okay, so she unsent it. Then the audio call like 5 minutes later. And he says, "Stop this kind games. You are funny." All right. So this is where it goes down. So immediately after, so she cusses him out the 17th. Is that 17th or the 18th? Hold on. The 18th. She cusses him out the 18th. No, that is the 17th. Hold on. No, 18th. Okay. So on the 18th, he goes to her the 17th. She gets up the 18th, cusses him clean out. They're talking back and forth all day on the 18th. And then suddenly there's no further conversation around 7 o'clock on the 18th until the next day, 1 o'clock. And whatever it was that May said, it was unsent. There was audio calls. And so it had to have happened. Like her accusation of whatever she says happened started on the morning of the 19th. Right? Didn't Foodie share some of May's messages? Yes, Lindsay. I wouldn't even know where to begin looking for them. Well, Beatrix, DeeDee is trying to save her mans. I don't know. This seems kind of like a desperate move to me on her part. So here they are arguing. Nodder's like, "Stop this. You're funny. Bye. I have records of all your conversations. Good luck with your lies." She says, do what you need to. I'm not playing games. This not funny. I have records too. Don't ever piss off an American. She says, you're the one with the criminal history, not me. And Nikki says, if you've not heard May and how she talks about all of this, I've sent you some of her streams. Okay, thank you, Nikki P, for sure. We'll look at that. There were also cameras in the hotel, so that's important because that's something the police would definitely have access to. I mean, there's a reason why this prosecution has gone forward. Surely, I don't know. I think so. He says, don't comment me ever again. You're best off because I refuse sex. What the heck is that? You are an evil. He says, you haven't seen evil. I'll see you in court. He says, I have your fake account too. 70 years old, looking for a guy half her age to sleep with. Have some respect to yourself. You bet Just Saying has them. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. He says, do not text me again. Thanks. She says, I won't. My attorney will. Only that's not how criminal cases happen, right? She wouldn't have an attorney for a criminal complaint or case. I think he got totally aggressive and she panicked. It's a rough topic. Honestly, I'm half checked out because of its potential seriousness. I agree, Kalari, and that's why I checked out from it too. When it all went down, I was like, that's not anything I'm interested in. I'm not interested in seeing a woman's allegations of SA, I'm not interested in watching all of that play out on the internet. I'm just not. But like this has been going on since 2021. You're talking about 2.5 years now. It's finally about to go to trial. It's not over. It's just about to go to trial. And DeeDee puts this shit out on YouTube? Yes, sometimes what, Lisa? Oh, sometimes on a criminal complaint, you have your own attorney contacting the accused. Did you read pee pads? Where? And then Nader says, no, because I have criminal records. Your game's going to work. Oh, sometimes victims hire lawyers. Sure. But it wouldn't be the victim's lawyer communicating with the accused, would it be? And for what reason? Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. He says, oh, wait, hold on. He says, what are you doing that I did nothing to you? And this is going on for days and days. Look at this, the 22nd, the 24th, the 24th, the 25th. Call me, tell me what you want. I'm confused. She gives a thumbs up. And then is that it? Okay, what is this? Oh, these are the messages between Nader and Chantel on the 16th, 17th, 18th. Okay. So on the 17th, she was definitely with Nader the night of the 17th, which explains why he ghosted May, right? Okay. And then here we are, the 18th at 4:40 p.m., which is shortly after May checked into the hotel, right? She went crazy that people were lying about what had gone down in court because her lawyer didn't tell her about any court, but we'd all watched it. Oh. She did a video sitting on a pad. Who, Lindsay? What? What do you mean? I bet those deleted messages were the day they met up, maybe. Yeah. Okay. So Chantel says, I need tonight to myself. My fans are asking for a spooky beat. My fans. Have you guys seen this before? I haven't. My fans. May checked in 24 hours before this. Oh, you're right. You're right. Thank you. May checked in the 17th. Thank you, Nikki. You're right. So May's been at the hotel. I'm pretty confident in saying that absolutely May and Nader did not see each other on the 17th based on the messages we saw. And I agree that if they saw each other, it was the evening of the 18th. Her videos on her car usually sitting on, like, a pee pad. That's so crazy. She was sitting in a vehicle with a disposable pad underneath her. That is so weird. I don't know. Hippie Peace, welcome back. Wow. Okay. My fans are asking for spooky bees. I'm exhausted from going back and forth. You okay if I stay here tonight and come to you in the morning after the inspector leaves? I don't want to miss them again. I'll edit your video now. And he says, as you like. Chantel on the 18th on live also stated Nodder had gone seeing his girlfriend slash fan. Did she really, Nikki P? I mean, I will believe you. Absolutely. Bunny says, I thought May was homeless. I mean, but if she was homeless, how would she fly from LAX to Ottawa, get a hotel room? No, I don't think it's a police inspector. I think it was maybe her apartment was being inspected. Remember? She did. She rolled her eyes and said he's with his girlfriend. Really, string cheese. May got drunk and spoke too much. I think she knew her case was going to go nowhere. Put up a GoFundMe, raged, didn't get anything, and disappeared. Really? May was a traveling nurse. Oh, Our Lady Perpetual Pondu says you said you wouldn't be 2 hours today. You probably will. You're probably right. It's fine. See, Belinda, anyone can cover Chantal. You're up, big girl. What you got? Or are you just gonna continue to take yourself off the game? That's fine. I'll handle it. I didn't know she had to go fund me either, Pam. Oh, that was it. Okay, fine. That was it. Was that really? Do you guys really think that was the end of the messages? Like what? Oh, yeah, I think so. I think that was the end of the messages between them because there's her little thing there. So the last communication between Nodder and May, at least on this account here, October 25th. Miss Ann says, didn't FFG and Just Saying have a whole falling out over the May situation too? I believe so. And I think it was because it had come out that Just Saying had something to do with, like, I guess they were involved in, I guess, the planning of May going there to begin with. These have been really edited. I agree, Manning. They're definitely like, but well, I don't think that they've been tampered with in any way. Like, I don't think that they've been photoshopped edited. Um, I think that there were obviously messages deleted by both sides, but I don't feel like they've been tampered with in any way. But I could be wrong. Lindsay says May went to reactors before the cops allegedly. Oh, May contacted Just Saying. She sure did. Rena says no, FFG and Just Saying falling out was over Just Saying using FFG's abusers or thumbnail. Was it? Okay, okay, okay. No, just deleted. Yeah. But there's messages deleted on both sides and I don't know. Okay, Just Saying used a thumbnail from Chantel that had FFG's abusive ex. Okay. Well, who was it that who was it that it was revealed that they may have had something to do with like encouraging May to do this to begin with, or am I just completely remembering incorrectly? Like I say, I think it was a setup, and I've seen a lot of info from both sides. It's May's own words that make me think that. Aha. Strawberry Bunch is Charlie Gold. What? Now P-Day's saying Just Saying did. Just say, oh, but that is not what they fell out over. They fell out with Charlie over the May situation. Jesus criminy. It is something that pissed off the community. Just saying, if you remember correctly. Ooh, Skyfair says just saying to the snake. DG says FFG is not mad at just saying over the May thing. All right. Oh, Kimberlina, I don't mean to. I do not mean to. Let me go back. I'm not seeing any messages, Kimberlina. It's possible you're using words that are getting filtered. I don't know. Yaba says that was all rumors. Okay. Just saying had the receipts first from May. Oh, goodbye. Kyle says that was an accusation. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, I wasn't following, so I'm glad we could clear that up. Uh, everyone say hello to Forwick. Forwick Candle is watching. They just can't help themselves. Not only are they watching, but they posted a picture of this dog on Twitter. So what is Forwick claiming a failed docs? Let me guess. Forwick's claiming failed docs. Whatever. Forwick is a fan. What is all this? Holy moly. Okay. What's Everyday Treasures? Is that her? Oh, that's who's covering it. Okay. There's a lot to go through there. So I'll have to come back around to that. I think that's kind of a big red flag that May went around to reaction channels before she went to the police. But again, I don't know. Megan Fox says, "Hola, Forwick." Forwick is a nutter. They caught a lot of May receipts. Okay, let's see what we can find. This whole thing is crazy. Hold on. Mhm. I can't get past anyone being attracted to Nodder, right, Fauntleroy? Okay, there's a lot on this channel. Oh, okay, I see. Now I'm seeing some foodie beauty. Oh my god, these are like 8 months ago. All right, I'll have to look at that another time. No time for that here. All right, so I'm getting some clarification in the DMs about the whole Just Saying FFG May thing. May went to Just Saying. Just Saying says May went to her and FFG. FFG said she had nothing to do with it. In DM, Charlie told Charlie said Just Saying came to her to talk to her about it. Okay. And Charlie told Just Saying to stay away from it. Okay. Just Saying was involved and oh. I am. May 1,000% did go to Just Saying. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. Sorry, I butchered it. That's so funny. The attraction came to Nodder because people thought if Chantel can get this dude, so can I. Totally weirdo shit. It is totally weirdo. Really weird. Hey, babe, were you watching when I showed you the Tally's post on Twitter of the stuff I sent her? Okay, so I will say in summary that if you if all you have in front of you is only what DeeDee presented in that video she uploaded yesterday, then you might come to the same conclusion I did, being a viewer who has not followed any of this, who made a point of not listening to any of it. And then at this late date, you're presented only what DeeDee presents. You might say, holy shit, this is just some wacko old 70-year-old lady who wanted to get her butter whipped, by a strong stallion, had the means to hop a flight to go get her butter whipped. And, it looks like he backed out when he realized she really was kind of like old and unattractive. Like he changed his mind and she got mad. But I will say, I 100% believe every single one of you when you tell me there is so much more to it. I believe that. I think she's going to play the videos tomorrow. Who, me? Of course I will. Not gonna lie, if I had to place a bet, I'd put my money on that former felon and crackhead did do something nefarious. I would agree with that, Miss Ann. I'm sure. Look, I think Nodder absolutely is a degenerate. Ashley, that's what it looks like to you. But with that said, though, I do not I totally believe there's so much more out there that has not been seen. Absolutely. And I am in no way saying that I believe that what DeeDee put out in that video yesterday is the truth and what happened. So do not twist my words. I think I've made it very clear that I'm saying if you know nothing else about this case and you've heard and seen nothing else, like I have truly heard and seen nothing else, and all you have to go on is what DeeDee's putting online right before trial, she certainly painted a picture. You know what I mean? Kimberlina says, yo, mama, we'll skip this part. Of course. Butter whipped wax melts. Totally. Ms. Robbins. Totally. Exactly. Robin Sparrow. You have to consider the source. Absolutely. And like I said, the only reason I entertained it and looked at it is because I could not believe that it's almost the trial date and DeeDee's dropping messages. Like, dude, this is like, this is the time when you've got to be really fucking careful. You would think they'd just be very quiet, not say anything, certainly not release DMs. Like, that just blows my mind. I don't understand why she would do that right before the trial. So I was like, I gotta see what the hell this is that she'd be so stupid to upload to the internet right before he goes to trial. And when I looked at it all and I was like, what the crap, man? Legal Weagle says she's cracked out and they're both panicking. Perhaps they're panicking, says Raptor. Sounds like it. Oh, Joanna says he is making her. I would totally believe that as well. I think that, I don't know. She sounded effed up, Rudy Beauty. I mean, and honestly, I don't know what DeeDee sounds like on a regular day. So I think she always sounds fucked up, in my opinion. You can drive from Kuwait to Egypt, if I'm not mistaken, Chantel. Just saying, if he gets deported home. Very good. Thank you for the super chat and the PSA. Oh, did I see Nikki P's last comment? I don't believe I did. Hold on. I try to catch everything, especially when she's speaking on authority. Okay. She says, the last link I sent is only 5 minutes. Sham and listening on her speak on it shows a bigger picture. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Let's play it. Okay. Hold on. It's 5 minutes, 24 seconds long. Let's watch it. Thank you, Nikki P, for sending this. We will give it a go. This is titled May Anderson Update 9/27/22. So this is almost a year later, talking court dates and being thankful to everyone. All right, let's see what she had to say.
Hi, treasures. Here's an update from May Anderson. Let's see what she's got to say.
Hey everybody, this is May. I'm making a video because my texting is awful. And I prefer to speak to people anyways. I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all the wonderful comments you left and answers you left as to why this idiotic YouTube thing is going on. You people are outstanding. Thank you. I'm giving you a big hug and kiss because it means the world to me. The other thing I wanted to say was I'm going to try my damnness not to like bring something up on a video and be crying like a baby. I'm kind of mad at myself that it's going to be a year in October since this all happened.
Wow.
And
That's
I still get triggered by stuff. And it's not just thumbnails and things that may cross on YouTube or whatever. But the other day I went through the grocery store and they know me there very well. And I was checking out and all of a sudden I started bawling my eyes out for no reason. There was no triggers.
Wow.
And they gave me a lot of love and hugs. And it's just so strange that weird things that I, not even in the forefront of my mind can be a trigger and I lose it. So I don't know. The only thing that makes me upset is it's been a year. And I know everybody goes through these things in their own time, in their own way. And I'm kind of mad and ashamed of myself that I haven't progressed farther. I'm a good beater-upper of myself, let me tell you. I still think it's my fault.
Okay, hold on. Raptor says Notter's making DeeDee put this on her channel to keep it off his channel, but he is a narcissist and needs to prove his innocence. You're probably right.
I'm ashamed of what happened.
I don't know why you do videos, girl.
All those good things. And I know it's not my fault. And we all know what kind of monster he is. We've seen it.
Oh, Charlotte, I remember Louise. Yeah.
We've seen it on video.
For the courts to decide.
But I feel like I'm letting myself down.
And Lily Pad, you're talking about Katie Sutton, and that's so funny you bring her up because I was just wondering myself this morning where'd Katie Sutton go? Has anyone seen Katie Sutton around since I had a word with her husband? I think after I had a word with her husband and she came online the next day tweak raging, I think he found out pretty shortly after that she was back on the YouTube and he pulled the plug on her.
And at the moment, until it gets more money gathered and A, B, C, and D, I will be talking to my trauma therapist again and my psychiatrist and keep up with the meds. But as a person whose job...
No, Freya's cat. Those are not the same people. Hey, Kim Fisher.
...has always been to take care of others and without judgment, my whole heart.
Me too, Joanna.
and hold their hand and just let them speak and speak and speak, because that's all they want most of the time. And with the coin being flipped over and it's me.
With the coin being flipped over on its knee. What does that mean? Biggie bags for everyone.
It's really weird.
Look at Crafter says, I bet Katie Sutton isn't getting her butter whipped.
What do I want to say?
9:27.
To want to take care of myself.
22.
To do the same for others and do that for myself. I've always been very stoic. And
I agree. Goodbye, Kyle. DeeDee doing this is making it glaringly obvious. Nodder is freaking out. I agree 100%.
Keep fighting till you do it. You know, you never ask anybody else.
Oh, you said, okay. Sane says, I thought she said with the coin flipped over and it being me. And it's me, not me. Okay. That didn't make sense. Okay, thank you.
Help. You guys are amazing. Your comments of love and strength. That's why I come on here so often. Is I have nobody. Absolutely nobody.
Wow, that's so sad.
Somebody made the comment about one of my children, and right now they're on their own journey. So, you know, I wish they'd leave kids out of this. But anyways, long story short, I just wanted to thank you all because you're amazing.
I couldn't imagine if I wasn't with my children.
2 court dates. Yay! October 3rd and October 12th. I hope he doesn't.
Congratulations, Megan Fox.
Can go to either one, because I know what will happen if
I agree, Claudio.
So, fingers
Yeah, busted can of biscuit. Sounds like her kids don't talk to her.
crossed. Time will be time, and like you said, just be patient. Don't let things trigger me, and
quit doing videos. Talking about him.
That's true, Miss Ian.
You guys are so awesome. Another kiss.
Love you, treasures. I'll see you on the next one.
I hope.
Okay, Nikki says the comments on the video say more about the story. I don't want to go through the comments. That's a bit much. I'll look through them and see what I see. He has screwed so many women around, old ladies in his chat. That one Jennifer thought she was going to be with him. Jesus. The kid came on YouTube and said her mom was a fraud. Do we know that was really her kid? I missed all of that. That was crazy. Why would Nodder be freaking out? According to him, he ran shit while in jail. Oh, Discarded Roses. I remember that too. I remember that. All right, guys. Well, listen, that's wild. Nikki P, do you know when the next court date is? And is it trial? Like, how soon is it coming up? Maybe DeeDee wants him convicted so she can get him out of the house. Maybe. I mean, honestly, it sounds like that's the only way she's going to end up getting him out of the house. There's no way that I don't believe that they're together willingly. I think DeeDee's definitely a victim of his as well, but I don't know. That's just my opinion. None of that looks right to me. None of that sets right with me. None of it. Thank you, Tally. Appreciate you. Nodder claims he was a prison boss. I bet. Hollow says, isn't it the 12th or the 18th? DG knows. I feel sorry for DeeDee's mom too. Lisa says DeeDee loves him. Okay, I will say I noticed when I was looking at her channel, like older videos came up or whatever. Oh, where is it? Here we go. DeeDee Lulu. There's this one from a year ago. Don't be jealous, Foodie Beauty. He loves me the most. 1 year ago, Foodie Beauty mad that I blocked her. DeeDee is just like that ATX. Did she really do a Christmas crafts with mom stream in December? An hour and 38 minutes? Oh my God, she did. Notter's in it too. It has 714 views. What's the point anymore? What are they doing? Oh my God, Notter's doing crafts with them. DeeDee played stupid games and won the stupid prize. DeeDee was definitely a pick-me. DeeDee and Mandy both got their prize. They sure did. Literally nobody watches them. And this is on DeeDee's channel, but look at this. Did y'all see this Christmas crafts? Look, you guys have to see this shit. I'm going to show it. Dead ass Christmas crafts with mom. Look at all. That's like, where did they get all these crafting supplies? There's hot glue. There's bells. There's puff balls. There's foam. There's dots. Look, they're legit doing Christmas crafts. Scissor Sister says the whole situation reminded me of the Trisha one. Both got snatched up by a YouTube watcher. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Look at that. Hot glue guns. I mean, they got some of everything. An hour and 38 minutes of doing friggin' Christmas crafts on YouTube. Look at that. I don't know. I find the whole thing very suspect, very disturbing. Anyway. All right. Well, that's all I got for today, guys. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Sounds good.